Okay, YouTube, how are we all doing today? I hope you're doing very, very well. So, in this one, we are going to be configuring the branch connection. We cabled this topology about a week ago, but this is the first opportunity I've had to actually now configure it. So this topology that you can see here with the schema on it will be somewhere above here, but we are going to have a go at doing this today. So the background scenario, in the lab you will configure, what was it? In this lab you will configure two separate WAN connections, a BGP, so Border Gateway Protocol route over a PPPoE connection, and a BGP route over a GRE tunnel. This lab is a test case scenario and does not represent a realistic BGP implementation. Now, also, I have a laptop here, which is just outside of view, so occasionally you might see my eyes looking at that, and that's just got more of my notes on it. So with that being said, let's go over to the router and switches and server and power some gear on, and that's coming up today, and we can maximize TerraTerm. Three of those on, and these three on. And today's drink of choice is going to be the Strongbow Dark Fruit Cider, and I've got plenty of smokes to get me through. So as we see, we're all loading up. So let's get the Strongbow Dark Fruits opened. And thank you all for joining me. It's appreciated. Raise a drink to you guys. And cheers. So we've got to start with router 1. Now I'm not going to save any of my running configs purely because I'm doing other labs anyway. So although it will say on here end or do right, I'm not going to be doing a do right. I'm just waiting for these routers and switches to boot. Okay, that's on the switch. I want router 1. So bear with me. That's router 1. Good. So we can get started now then. Might just move the laptop slightly out of the way. And we can get going. So we can say enable So, cost 1. Oh, I didn't configure terminal, so... Okay. New CDP run. That one. Nine 65 200 49 space subnet mask of 255 255 255 240. Why is that not? We've already hit our first hurdle then. So we've got loopback 1, but it's unassigned. So we need to assign the IP address for it. That's what I've just been trying to do. We might be here a while. Took it. Took it that. Exit. Interface. Brief. We've got it. So loop back one, as you can see here, is up and up. Now we want interface fast Ethernet on this one. Right. Interface fast Ethernet. Zero zero. IP address. One 192.168.1.1. With a subnet mask of 255.255.255.0, which looks like that, followed by no shut. Face brief. That's set. That's awesome. Now we've got to do interface serial 000. And for that one, we want the IP address of 209.165.281 as it's shown up there. And 200.81 with a mask of 255.255.255.252. No shut. And why has that gone down? IP root 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Serial 0/0/0 25 and OK. Exit. What's gone on here? Hopefully I don't have to redo all this again. It's fine. So, fast Ethernet's up. Our serial 000 is down. And our loopback 1 is up. Now, our serial will be down because we need to configure the other side of that. So, what we can now do is move over to ISP, so route 2. And I'm back. Its name. ISP. Okay. I'm not going to do username and password on here. I'm going to skip that part. So I'm just going to say PBA group PPP over E global virtual template 1 interface loopback 1 IP address 209.165 with a mask of 255, 255, 255, 240. Let's took that. Now we can move to interface gigabit Ethernet. Before we do show IP interface brief. Fast Ethernet 00 interface. That. 0/0 IPTCP just MSS 1452. Let's took that. PPP over E, enable group global, No shut. And then do show IP interface brief. Good, that's up. Loopback 1 is. And why is our fast Ethernet? It's still saying it's unassigned. What is going on there then? Global, right, okay. That's because we haven't assigned it an IP address yet. I've just briefly lost my position. Interface serial 0/0/0. Address 209.165.200.82 with a mask of 255.255.255.252. No shut. Interface serial 0/0/1. (209.165 200.85) 255.255.252. So what took that? 2. Just took it there. Right. Shut. So these are still down at the moment. Interface virtual template 1. MTU 1492 IP address 209.165 200.30 255 255 255 224. And it's done that again. Address 165 200.30. Took it. Awesome. Peer default IP address pool. So we want peer default IP address pool PPP over E pool. Let's took that. PPP authentication chap calling. There we are. PPP authentication chap calling. Jokes. Router BGP 65,001. Network 4. And we've got to set the neighbour, which is 209.165 200.1. Remote has 65,000. IP local pool. PPP over E pool 209.165 200.1 209.165.200.20. Let's took that IP route one, two, three, four. Hit that one, and do show IP interface brief. Oh, I've stucked it a little bit. I've got to wait. I've mistyped enable and put in bail. That always helps not. Okay, so these serials are still down at the moment. Right, okay, so we'll move over to the third router then. Let's see if that will help. Just had to power the third router on. That might take a while. Oh no, it's on. So and we're going to rename this one configure terminal. Let's name it, and this is branch 1. Interface, fast Ethernet. Zero one. Address 192.168.3.1. The subnet mask of 255 255.0. No shut. And I've got all lights on, that's good. I've just had a look over at the routers, so that's good. Serial 001. IP address for that one is 209.165.286. 209.165 200.86. Net mask of 255, 255, 5, 252. And I've got that problem again. Five. 209.165. That might be the reason why, because I put 265 or 86. 252. Didn't take it. Why didn't you take it? 252, that's it. Awesome, it took it then. No shut. IP root. One. Show IP. Fix brief. That's up and up. Our serial's down though. Might have issues with that cable then. It could be a serial cable issue. Could be. Switch 1. Let's try that. Let's move over to switch 1. Okay. Terminal. Host name's already set, so we're good on that. Okay, interface F/6. Switch port mode access. Switch port access. VLAN 111. It's done that. And right, okay, that's done that. So I need to go back to configure a PPP over E client connection. That's there. So I have to do that on customer 1. I'll be back in a minute. I think that's this one. Enable. Okay, so show you IP as brief. So fast Ethernet's up, but our serials are down. Okay. Wondering now if I've got faulty serial card then. Or cabling. Have I cabled it up incorrectly? Because those should be up. Well, serial 000 should be. Oh, it's on R1. Might have the cabling wrong. I'm just going to check that. Come with me. So that's one. 000. It's DCE on that. And while I'm here, route 2, there's also DCE. 00. So that's wrong as well then. Going in there. That's it. Now under this 001. Try this. Still down. Odd. Anyway, let's keep moving on and see what we can do. CP just 52. Global. Something's changed to up there, that's good. dialer 1. Simulation PPP pool 1 PPP authentication chap calling PPP chat host name cost 1 PPP chat password Cisco PPP over E. Okay, if customer 1 router is configured correctly, it should receive an IP address from the ISP router. What IP address did customer 1 receive and on what interface? What command did you use to check for the IP address and interface? Okay, so if customer 1 router is configured correctly, so we can show IP interface brief. Do show IP interface brief. Well, it should say 209.165.200.1 on dialer 1, but it's saying unassigned. Okay. So none of this is going according to plan at the moment. Let's see if we can actually do the grey tunnel part. So, for the generic root encapsulation, I'm still relatively sure I have an issue here with that cabling because the serials are down. I've changed the cable. Well, I've changed the configuration of it. And the status is down and protocol's down. Even though we've set IP addresses for it. And I am using cheap sort of cabling which I bought off of eBay. Maybe that has something to do with it. but we can only do what we can only do. I guess. But the fast Ethernet's working. Loopback 1's working. But a dialer 1 isn't. Strange. Very, very strange. Moving on. Interface tunnel. Tunnel 0. IP. Address. 12168. 2.1. 255. 255. 255. 0. Tunnel mode GRI, generic route encapsulation IP. Tunnel source. Now let's see if the serial comes up. So we've got to define the tunnel destination. .209. Is it 165? 286. And now I need to go on to branch 1 and configure that. Let's see if we can get a GRI tunnel up. .255. .0. Tunnel mode GRI IP. Tunnel mode GRI IP. Oh dear. Tunnel source. Zero. 0. 1. Tunnel destination. 209. 165. 200. 2.81. You didn't take that. Why did you not take that? Took it then. Okay. How can you tell the tunnel was created successfully? What command could you use to test the tunnel? Well, in this one, answers will vary, but may include such as a console message will display when a tunnel is up. That hasn't happened here. An ICMP ping can be used to test each end of the tunnel. You could show interface tunnel 0. So show interface tunnel 0. Yeah, it's still saying up and down. Protocol's down, status is up. So I've got a problem then. Show IP interface brief. Do show IP interface brief, and it's still down. GP 65,010. Network 12168 3.0 mask 255 5.0. Ooh. Six eight 2.1 known as 65,000. Let's try that. And go over to customer 1. Network 268 1.0 ask 255.0 network 209 165 200.48 ask 255.255 255 240 neighbour 2168.2.2 remote as 65,010 neighbour 209 65 200 30 it has 65,001 On customer 1, did you receive console messages regarding BGP neighbour relationships to ISP in branch 1? The answer should be yes, but I haven't yet. Yeah, status is down. Protocol down, status down. So this won't work anyway. Okay, tunnel 0. It's up and down. Okay, let's exit this. Let's try and ping EISP. I don't think it's going to work. But it should be on customer 1, which is what we're on now. Can you ping the ISP at 209.165.200.30? Yeah, it's not having it. So it's failed. That should be yes. So I've got a problem. 268.3.1. Yeah, I think I have possibly a cabling issue. It's possible. Gateway last resort's not set though, so maybe that could be it. I think we're probably going to leave it there for the moment. I do need to verify that cabling, but for the purposes of the lab it is complete. Although I didn't get it working properly. I've got a funny feeling it's probably because of that. Cheap cabling, or there's something else going on there. Quite possibly. And I'm going to need time to investigate that. If something's not happy. Yeah, it's the serials that are down. I'm going to have a quick look at that. Yeah, down and down. Oh well, we'll probably just have to leave it there, I think. What I'm going to do is clear the routers off anyway. I might start this again and have a look at that. I'll do that another day and troubleshoot it properly, but it gives you some idea anyway on how it should be done. But as we see here, those serials are down, they should be up. It's configured correctly. It might be a cabling issue, or it might be a card. It could be. The IP address is correct. .81. Have a look at router 2 quick. Enable Voice brief. Have a look at that. Other side of that. T. .82, yeah, it's correct. Uh-oh. I might have a problem here. Serial 001. Oh, I've got conflict of IP addresses. It's on route 2. Let's go into interface. Serial 001. Address. Maybe it might be a conflict of IP. 209, but I can't see it. 65 200.85. Let's see if that's done anything. No, serials are still down. Oh well, it was worth a look. So no such joy there. It was worth a look anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to power everything off, reset it, because I haven't done a do right. And that should reset everything. Let's go over and have a look at that. So we'll just power everything off. Power it back on. See if that's changed anything. Hopefully it's reset everything now, because I might try this again another day. See what we get now. Shut the laptop down, I don't need that. Two. That should have reset it. Okay. Just face brief. Configure terminal and then do show. Awesome, it's reset it. So we just have to double check all of the rest of it now. Right. Yep, all reset. And that brings us to the end of today's video then. So we couldn't actually get it working properly, but it gives you an idea now of how to do all this sort of stuff. And I've given you the answers essentially to what it should be. I'm going to have to investigate this cabling properly, because I suspect it's that rather than a misconfiguration. But that's pretty much it for today. So I look forward to seeing you in the next one.